All right, welcome back, everybody. Hear Me Out podcast. Your boy Dro, joined by my brother Franco on the other end here. What are we here to talk about today, bro?
We're going to talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine and him exposing the billboards.
So let's talk about it, man. Tekashi 6ix9ine. He just dropped his first song since being released out of prison a few weeks ago on YouTube. It's called GOOBA. It smashed a bunch of YouTube records. Most streams in a day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week. Cracked 200 million in a week. And Tekashi 6ix9ine claims that he was robbed by Billboard for the #1 song. He wanted his song to debut on the charts at #1. And he actually ended up getting #3 behind Say So at #2 and #1 being Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber with their song Stuck With You, the quarantine song.
So listen, I want the world to know that Billboard is a lie. You can buy #1s on Billboard. I want that to register in your head. You can buy #1s on Billboard. Now let me tell you what happened. We was having an ongoing investigation just now. Silvio from Billboard, right? There's like probably 5 or 6 of them that come up with the charts with Nielsen and everything. Last Thursday, Ariana was Stuck With You submitted 60,000 units last second. With the investigation, we found this. They purchased half of those things with 6 credit cards. When we asked where was those 6 credit cards linked to, Billboard said we can't disclose that information. Understand this. They bought 30,000 and so units with 6 credit cards. 6 credit cards. Now, again, you're going to enjoy your #1. Explain how you buy 30,000 with 6 credit cards, right? Now, let me explain to you something. They don't want, Billboard doesn't want no one to know this. Now I understand why Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj say Billboard, like we used to look up to #1, to Billboard, but now it's like we know you can, it's all manipulated, right? It's all fabricated. You can buy #1s. This is what these artists do, right? And it's not fair. I want you to see this. GOOBA streamed 50 million streams, and this is what they're counting only. 50 million streams, right? They only counted, look what Billboard counts. They only counted 31 million. Billboard illegally disqualified 20 million streams so it can drop down and the people who bought the #1, which was Stuck With You, can go to #1. Look at this. 31 million, which places us at 38 points. When in 5th place, you were stuck at 32 points. 6 credit cards buys you 36 credit.
Billboard has always been known to be kind of corrupt. Well, not really Billboard, but just the music industry. There's a lot of corruption going on there. I wouldn't say that Billboard, I don't think that they bought the streams or increased the numbers themselves with their own money for Justin and Ariana the way 6ix9ine is claiming. But I do believe that the streaming services, they're always manipulating things. So that's probably with their labels and whichever, probably Apple and other streaming services vouching for them. The other thing 6ix9ine did not take into consideration, something that Justin Bieber and Scooter Braun's, Justin Bieber's agent, actually already pointed this out. They don't submit their numbers until the end of the week, which is where that random 60,000 spike came from. And they call that strategy, so people don't know how to, it messes up other people's game plan, aka Tekashi 6ix9ine's plan got effed up because of that. And on top of that, he was thinking the YouTube numbers alone are going to translate into streams when really it's only a domestic chart. So the international plays, which I think was, good 45%, maybe 50 of that video, that's not going to translate. It's only going to be the domestic views translating to the domestic chart. So it's a lot of things he did not take into consideration. Is Billboard grimy and corrupting things? Maybe behind the scenes, but that's not really
it's not anything
for us to speculate. It's more the streaming services, but yeah, Tekashi 6ix9ine did not get robbed. He got probably what he deserved on this one.
So there are people that are believing that there's like this conspiracy going on behind the scenes about how maybe this is the government playing a role in trying to hypnotize people with songs about being indoors and wanting to stay in quarantine. We here at HMO Podcast do not promote any conspiracy theories. We care a lot about evidence. If something has a lot of evidence, then we will talk about that more. But what could be the real reason for why they would try so hard to get a song about being in quarantine as number one, though? Because people are thinking that there's these powerful people that put in such an effort to get this pro-quarantine song as number one. What could other reasons be for why it's at number one?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to go the conspiracy route on this one, but I will.
No. We're just speculating, like in your.
Yeah, just speculation. Well, let's go with the obvious facts here. Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande are megastars, so if they're going to link up on a song, the chances of it going number one are already high off of that alone, off of name power. And they're doing something very trendy, which is the stay home, promoting, quarantine and stuff like that. In the entertainment industry, they're taking full advantage of, the whole COVID situation to promote, wearing gloves, wearing masks. You see, there's a lot of rappers out there doing that I see in, like, other musicians. Obviously, they can't do their concerts. And, yeah, so that's really it. It's two mega pop stars, two of the biggest of all time, really, linking up on a song about something that's relatively trendy. And Justin Bieber was already robbed once by the Billboards, and they kind of owed him one when he got robbed by, he didn't get robbed, but Justin Bieber he tried to manipulate the streams by urging fans to keep his song playing in the background on repeat as they slept. And that tactic did not work because Roddy Ricch the Box, that song went number one because it was way too hot at the moment. So either this was a successful second try at manipulating the boards, or it was Billboard saying, we owed you one, which is more what it seems like to me. Billboard owed him that one. They gave it to him. Because even arguably, this song could have gone number two behind Say So by Doja Cat, because that's also a mega hit. It's going viral on TikTok and all that. So, I guess Billboard kind of owed him one.
So does Billboard manipulate the numbers, or do these representatives of these artists pay these radio stations and other services to just play their songs nonstop so that people can get more exposure to it and kind of like in a way manufacture people into buying more of their songs?
See, the manipulation lies more within the streaming services and the radio stations. As you said, they do pay the radio stations. There are certain stations in certain cities, they're going to play the ones they like, and they're not going to play the ones they don't like. Another thing that I forgot to mention about Tekashi was, since none of these radio stations like him anymore, he got no radio spin. He had, I think there was some small number of radio spin, but it's ridiculously small for what's supposed to be a Billboard top 3 hit, because no station in the country wanted to play this guy. So when you don't have the proper backing like that, that's going to hold you back on the charts. You got to look at artists like Drake. He's the biggest artist on Apple right now. So anytime he puts a project out, it's going to get 1 billion streams. It's going to get a lot more promotion than any other artist on the platform, because he is the main guy. That'll translate over to the streams that will go to Billboard, and Billboard will count that. And that will increase his chance at being number one, or however high he wants to be that week.
So before we started recording, you were talking about how there's a sort of competition between Tekashi and Justin Bieber that is not like other artists. Could you elaborate on that?
So let me just say, Tekashi 6ix9ine has been trolling all these rappers to death because he came home after snitching, which is like a death sentence in hip hop. So he's picking a beef now. Well, Justin Bieber actually inserted himself because Tekashi calls out Ariana Grande. Justin Bieber comes out and says, "Yo, I want my name mentioned in this too because it's also my song." And ever since then, Tekashi hasn't said anything. Well, Justin Bieber, explained that his streaming situation, where the 60,000 came from, and that was that. I think people sided with Justin on that one. Yeah, so Tekashi 69 claims that Billboard, 6 credit cards purchasing these things. He did his own investigation, Tekashi 69. Everything he does has been so entertaining since he got out of jail. Let's hope this guy stays alive. If you like the content, subscribe, leave a like on this video, hit the bell to be part of the notification gang. And we got sports, progressive politics, pop culture, playlists, everything there for you. And we'll catch you on the next video.